Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live with Duel Links Team Frickin' Wars. It is Season 7, Week number 5, and I am Heinz Ketchum, and I am joined by the illustrious, the prestigious, the incredible, the beautiful PaugiN. The bald one.
Hey, what's up?
The shiny.
The bald one. Yeah, the shiny one.
You know, I recently, people asked me what happened to you. And I told them you died. I said that you were the very first case of the very first known death of male pattern baldness. But here you are, rise from the dead.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm currently dead, almost dying. But yeah, my brain is dying. That's all.
So you haven't played Duel Links in a couple months.
Yeah, like 3 months, 4 months, something like that.
And currently you're working on a PhD in chemical engineering, is that correct?
Yes.
So basically what I'm saying is
right.
you're overqualified for this.
I'm overqualified, yeah. 2-5 hit for this.
Perfect. Alright, so we have March versus Lorenzo Roma, going to be our first match. It looks like March is supposed to be the bottom player, but he's bounced off. If this is a shadow game as the first game, I'm going to throw something.
Oh no. No, I don't think it is.
Now Lorenzo popped off. Oh no.
Oh no, what is happening?
People already shouting at their favorite teams in the chat. We got Tier 0 coming from Jonesy. Nog saying let's go DF. DF equals down to...
Only good thing about casting after that many months is that I know the players.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's luckily it's not too difficult to know the players, as they haven't changed basically at all.
Yeah.
What is going on? Where did my boy Lorenzo go?
I don't know. Jumping in and out.
I like the title on the stream. It just says Casters Heinz Ketchum PaugiN. It just looks like it's one guy named Heinz Ketchum PaugiN. So I mean, given the way we're joined at the hip, so to speak, I suppose that makes sense. Lorenzo's back.
Oh. Getting it?
He had a poop. He just took a short break.
That was a fast poop.
Oh, he's got strong core. He does CrossFit.
Oh.
Alright, we got Lorenzo versus March. Game number 1. Hey, how do you feel about the new layout? You like that?
What layout?
Like the stream layout.
Wars?
Yeah,
oh yeah, I like that. I paused on it because I need the lineups. Yeah, it's actually good. Well made.
Looks like we have Dark Magician coming out from March, so you're not going to have to make any complicated calls this time around. Mokuba Kaiba coming through from the other side. That suggests to me that we're going to see You Later as a skill. Potentially Goki? What else would it be?
Yo, Monkey Boy, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Monkey? 8-man 88.
Yeah, I know how to play this deck. Activate road, activate circle.
It's easy. Then you wait till your opponent's turn. Activate navigation.
Yeah. I've played this deck. I only got one circle. 12k gems.
Easy. I recently saw a picture of Monkey Boy. You know how unbelievably handsome that guy is?
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that insane? Oh my gosh. Panty dropper, dude.
Insta-wet.
Sploosh! It's actually Shiranui potentially using the new support spell, Ghost Meets Girl. So that could be a decent reason to use a skill like See You Later, if that's what he's opted to use. What other skills does DSOD Mokuba have?
I don't remember actually.
Have you unlocked DSOD Mokuba?
Yeah. No, I didn't stop that early. I remember
I
unlocking
honestly
the
can't remember
DSP.
when they dropped.
It was a while ago. It was like last year.
Ugh,
Like,
no back row with Shiranui? What the heck am I watching?
that's a weird. Is a potential break?
Yeah, and also we didn't see the navigation actually go off for March, so even though he has the rod, the circle, the double set, it doesn't look like he has a Dark Magician, as you'd kind of expect him to just shotgun banish that Spectral's word.
Yeah, he added like expanded with the circle. And he had the circle with the road, so I guess he doesn't have it.
Yeah, so I guess gambling with the circle. If he had the navigation already,
I mean, if he has it,
Cosmic Cyclone on his own card to trigger the illusion magic. So he has the navigation.
Yeah.
He's gonna go in for lethal right now. I think he was just testing for a Sphere Karibo there.
yeah.
Either that or he's just insane just to go -3. But hey, you know, I've seen weirder things. Summons a Dark Magician and a Celebrity Circus, and that's going to be the game. So
Celebrity Circus.
Well, yeah, it's a Celebrity Circus with a mask and anal beads. That's a kinky Celebrity Circus. Which is actually just a regular Celebrity Circus, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like him.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, who the heck just played? March, yes.
Martz, yeah. Against Lauren.
I told you this already, but if people in the chat are unaware, I had a stream this morning at 4 a.m. It was Switcheroo versus X Hunters. So my brain is not functioning at full strength, and even on the best of days, it doesn't work out so well. So Nog says Mayakashi 01, so I guess they led with Mayakashi. There's a new zombie deck. Yeah, Mayakashi synchros all the way from level 3 right up to level 9 in one turn.
Yeah.
They just synchro climb, and then on the next turn, they die. That's what happens.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good deck. Sometimes they synchro from level 3 to level 9, and then they die the next turn. Sometimes they die before they even get the synchro. It's a really strong deck that basically consistently dies.
It was like the card, the how you call that deck? Remember, the Guardians.
Oh yeah.
If you do a lot of stuff, if you don't OTK, you're just dead next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and honestly, like I don't even know if Mayakashi can really OTK that consistently unless they go first and it's like OTK turn 3. I don't know how they play that well. Radlip says play Solitaire, then die. Exactly!
Yeah.
And that works both ways because Shiranui Solitaire is played in the deck and they also literally play Solitaire.
Some people have fun playing Solitaire, some people have fun activating Circle and Road.
And
That's how it is.
I think they actually let Goki not Shiranui, Goki Mayakashi. They just went like, yeah, we're playing new deck, dude.
Yeah, new blood.
And Drizzle said it was Mayakashi and it bricked hard. That is actually unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why did you make Tier 0 name yellow and Diffusion name blue? Why did you ask me questions?
Hits the floodgate. That's good.
Nog says the deck is good. Don't know why you guys small brain. I already told you. I'm underslept and I was dropped on my head.
Same. The second one.
What's the problem with the colors? Why do you have problems with colors, Radlup? Do you not like colored people?
Oh no. Not with the current state.
What are you, a police officer? What is this?
Yeah. Lorenzo played Mayaka's here.
Well, we presume.
hi,
Actually, he played one Shiranui Solitaire into a Spectral Sword and then died.
True.
So,
Yeah.
we presume he
He's the-
played Mayakashi, but it really could have been anything. Why is this blue name or Riot?
You have to earn the blue name. Wise.
I'm not gonna lie, it's literally only because of their locations on the on the board. The reason that the bottom one was blue is because when I first laid out the laid out the overlay, I had the team names in the spaces that are above the boxes and below the box. So the blue team was actually kind of overlapping in the yellow. So I made it blue to pop a little bit on the background, and then the yellow one was on top. So I put it I put the yellow to pop on the blue background. And that's my story.
Too much info. Dude.
Yeah.
So again, Mart's with the consistent opening.
Alright, we're threatening lethal. The music changed on that Scorpio summon. That's 2 Scorpios. Have you seen Goki being played before, Mr. Gin?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, this is pretty much what they do. They just kind of normal summon a bunch of stuff, and then like one normal summon, special summons another one.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
have one card that can activate in the damage step. It's called Twist Cobra, and then it makes Guy big.
Oh, it's like a hand trap monster.
No, it activates on the field.
Oh, it's like on the field. Okay, quick.
Yeah, it tributes one and then like charges up their Spirit Bomb.
So circle banishes. And he doesn't get the effect because it's a banish. So
So looking at the card art for Magician Navigation, so it looks like Dark Magician is coming up with Dark Magician Girl. It looks like they're coming up from a different dimension. It comes from some hole, and it looks like Dark Magician's holding up 2 fingers close to his face as if to sniff them, and Dark Magician Girl is holding her crotch. Can you extrapolate and tell me what happened here?
why? You know what they say? 2 in the pink. I'll stop there.
Oh, we got the Econ take.
Eek! Oh,
Oh man, this last back row card better be real from March. It's an illusion magic. He
Yeah.
says nope.
Yeah.
Psych, you
Yeah.
thought?
did he search that? No, he didn't.
No, I guess yeah, that would be kind of silly from Lorenzo if it was searched.
Yeah, that's why I sticked.
Now, one thing that's cool is every time a Goki hits the graveyard from the field, it does search another Goki not with the same name as itself.
Oh yeah, that's true. Why he didn't change to the circle effect with the first Goki? That is true.
Wouldn't that be dodgeable by the rod effect from the grave?
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm not really sure. I don't play that much Dark Magician to know that interaction with the econ and whatnot. Yo, Jasm subscribed with Twitch Prime for 4 freaking months. He says, "Hola, what's good?" I think Dark Magician like lost cards and then now has basically the same board state that we've seen before.
Yep.
We got double suplex. Hypebeast wants to know if you're wearing socks.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
No socks.
It's time for racism.
I think this is over. Is it 2-0?
Yeah, that is a quick 2-0 from the Insect deck Dark Magician March, going 2-0 for tier 0. Who the heck leads with Mayakashi Doki? This man crazy.
Dude, it's the surprise factor. If you don't brick,
Surprise, I lose.
you just no, not like that.
I can
You
be
don't
toxic.
bring
I have PaugiN with me. Don't distract everybody with his racism as I'm toxic.
Oh no. So is the Mayagasi like a new deck, like actually a new deck, or is it like
Yeah, it literally just came out like 2 days ago.
is the mini box?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's it
Same
does
with
exactly what
Goki,
you
or-
saw. It summons a tuner. Usually it'll synchro like 9 times in the first turn, get their timer down nice and low, and then proceed to die to any effect that bounces or banishes. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I'm seeing a deck right now.
Oddly enough, it's a deck that's actually quite good against. I gotta go stop a dog from barking.
Okay.
One moment. It's a good deck against OTK decks. Oddly enough.
Yeah. I'm learning on the fly, boys. Because I only know how to play Dark Magician and Masked Heroes. And Crystals, I guess. I guess.
All right. Oh, we got Defusion in the chat now calling out that people saying that people missed lethal. Oh boy, it's getting heated. It's like a sauna in here.
Yeah, people saying that if he didn't use Floodgate on... Because he used Floodgate on Illusion, he could take with the first one. That's what I'm getting.
And we have Yano coming in to take on March. Yano is a top tier caster.
Hey plus Z, what's up?
Dude, Z plus G, me too, man. Yeah, I mean, it was certainly a sketchy spot to try to, like, use a floodgate and an econ to get lethal. Like, I don't know, like, he had illusion magic, rod in the grave. You can't really floodgate successfully. I don't know.
It's so nice seeing like Steel Tombs is still like tier 0.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's being played on so many different decks. Basically, the only things that don't play Sealed Tombs right now are decks with a limit 3 that stop them from playing Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah. So did it change anything on the skill, or is it like the same?
They made it like the way No Mortal Can Resist used to be, where you have to be 1,000 life points below your opponent to activate it. But the effect is basically the same.
Once per game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And No Mortal is now also once per duel, and it's 2,000 life points below.
Okay. Oh.
And here we go. So this is 2 decks that you can understand how they work.
Yes.
Vision Hero Ferris Bueller being added off the Stratos.
The Stratos.
Stratos must be Greek, right? That seems like a Greek name.
Yeah, it's a Greek name.
It makes sense because he's blue, and I've never seen a Greek that I haven't wanted to blow. No, wait.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, okay. He puts the increase in continuous as a continuous. I know how to play this because I actually might like start try to get the cards if I can.
The selection box is there right now. Do you have the Stratosys?
Oh, it's the Stratus is not out as in a box.
No, it's in the selection box.
It's still in the selection. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Now
thought
the
it was
selection
out.
boxes are around right now, as there is a KC Cup. Oh, that's a nasty Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah, that's
This man just cycloned a monster. That's illegal.
that's.
Oh, and a Cosmic in response to the Cosmic. Ooh, Prismatic Cosmic too. Very nice.
Gets the Malaces.
Oh, he hit him hard.
Does
Is
he
there a
have
magical
it?
change?
He has it.
Presto changeo!
He has it.
Heroes so good against Dark Magician is they can dodge targeting effects, and they have just an absurd amount of, what the heck is happening?
Special summoning.
Yeah, and back row removal. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh.
Oh
True.
man, I lost track of what I was saying.
Got a small brain fart.
Oh, dude, it's huge. I'm basically half asleep. Luckily, I have you. Resleen asking, is this the Heinz with his OG OTP? I don't know what OTP means.
I don't know either. We're too boomer for that.
One time. Oh, something partner, perhaps?
Oh,
One.
I guess.
If it was OTL, I could say one true love.
Still haven't. You still haven't asked me to marry you.
I didn't think I needed to ask.
Oh,
Heinz, I wonder why you are the caster each time I sub. It could be because one true partner. Okay, cool. That makes sense. It could be because I have the highest output of any Team War streamer. But more likely, it's because you hear my voice and you're like, man, I need to subscribe to this person. And if you guys have that feeling more often, what you could do is head on over to twitch.tv/Heinz_Ketchum. And you could subscribe over there. Or more likely, you won't.
this is Christians, right?
It is Sea Stealth Attack Cristrons.
Yes. So the repeat is only like all one, right? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you would ever repeat Dark Magician versus Heroes anyway. Cristrons has
Yeah.
one of the stronger hero matchups with the constant floating. Sea Stealth Attack is hard to out without a Cosmic Cyclone. And
True.
they could just query in all the things that would give you advantage. A lot of the time for Heroes, it's really Plasma or Die. Or if your opponent just makes a mistake and leaves a bunch of stuff in attack position, you can hit them with a Trinity.
True. And he's playing a Shield Tomb. She's not playing that skill that you can pull plasma, right?
Yeah, we have the two other skills that typically see play since the Grit nerf, the most recent Grit nerf rather, are if it's not Steel Tombs, like I said, it's going to be either Bring It, which is the one that tutors Plasma, like you said, or Master of Fusion.
Yeah. You get a fusion, a polymerization, correct?
That is absolutely correct. Your brain is massive.
No.
How does it fit in that skull? It pushed all the hair out. That's what happened.
Yes.
Draw sense
Well, it has
high
to be on
level. That
hold.
would be Pogger's
What
top deck
happened to
malicious
Grit?
mid game. Oh, they made it so if you use Grit, you can only special summon once in the next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's heckin' doo-doo now. I think it's like you can only special summon one monster as well. So like I don't even know if you could use that with Dark Magician. I haven't even tried. We do see the Gen X Undyne. Much like my
Undine.
Undyne love for you.
Okay. Too easy for me.
Well, I was a pizza boy for a long time. There's cheese on pizza.
Yeah, I know. Why you have to clarify?
I just wasn't sure you got it. You didn't laugh, so I just assumed.
Maybe I didn't laugh because it wasn't a good joke, Heinz.
No, that can't be it.
Feels bad. Yo, Sam, what's up?
Losing a Crystron Impact here.
Get the Sulf.
We have a pole. Yo, PaugiN, look at my pole.
Oh. Not if they want to win.
I think when I checked the poll, it had 100% for not if they want to win.
Yeah. I voted yes. I checked your poll. It was big.
It's a big poll. It has a lot of viewers. People looking at my poll. It's actually Radlup's poll, but we share a poll. I never noticed how kind of similar the color schemes are for Crystron Thistern and Vision Hero Vion.
Oh yeah, true. Purple.
Purple.
The purple. It's weird that a machine deck plays Mythic Depths.
Right? It just debuffs the whole deck, and then for some reason it seems to work. A lot of the time they'll end up popping the Yumai to get an extra card on board, like one of their tunas.
Yeah.
Oh, adding one hero monster from the deck to the hand. Is it going
Please?
to be Destiny Hero Plasma?
Oh, plasma. Oh, so that's the hard plasma that you said. So no effects.
And
Just
he
go for
basically
plasma.
has to use the Crystron Sentry straight away, otherwise he loses it. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yes.
You gonna get slurped up. Here comes the Crystron Amatrix. Now keep in mind, he does have the impact. He discarded it earlier, so he will be able to negate a plasma effect. The slurpy bit, not the negaty bit.
Yeah. Reduced more. Maybe he won't go for plasma.
Lauer says, why is that in defense now? Because Crystron Amatrix puts special summon monsters in defense. The heck? Lauer, you okay? I'm pretty sure Lauer is a pretty experienced player. I'm not sure what the... Talking about Amatrix?
Cup.
He's trying to suck him, but Impact says no suck for you, sir. So, PaugiN, have you ever noticed that Destiny Hero Malicious has a hairy D on his chest?
That's nice to know. Oh my god. So he did mask stains the malicious to get the celestial draw.
Yeah, we could be threatening lethal here.
Yeah, well, that's like he needs a I mean, he gets a mask stains.
Or form change.
Oh yeah, true.
Masked Hero Anki destroying the Amatrix by battle will get a search, but the Amatrix is going to float into the Sulfefnir, which can then float into another monster from the deck. Let's see how this plays out. The suspense is killing me, oh my gosh. Also, big shout out to the Mumu, rating with a party of 61. Mumu was in the chat earlier for the early war, and here he is now, had a stream.
He raid.
And a raid.
Also, he pass.
This one going to attempt to use its effect, but obviously nothing going to happen.
Yep. Yo, what's up, Godfather? And Hideki. And Kira. Oh.
Citadel Whale.
No
Whale
search.
now. And he can definitely attempt to search. But he got electrocuted.
Yes. Fountains.
Oh, I like it. I like the plays. He goes out into Masked Hero Kaga, King of Games A. Now, this does create a replay, but he can't swing in. He can't negate with the whale. Oh, boy. Oh, that's nasty, dude. The whale right now looks like a fish out of water. Even though it's a mammal in water.
That's lethal. Oh. Tries to.
He's like, maybe this time it'll work. And a big 3,200. No sealed tombs needed. Yano moves on to 2-0 over March. He says, how about you march your ass to the Shadow Realm? March your ass back to the bench. Sorry, March.
So
no
Matt
disrespect.
he was ready for the hero matchup because you said Greenstones have a good matchup against heroes.
Yeah, they typically do, but Yano, too big brain, and played it too well. And but yeah, that's a common pairing we've been seeing is Tristran's plus Dark Magician, because they pair up so well together against each other's bad matchups. Did they just hit us with an ad break? What the heck? What the heck is this?
You know what's funny? When I was in US, I was getting ads on tweets, but now I'm in Greece again, and ad block actually works.
Really?
Yeah.
So the economy doesn't work, but the ad block does.
Yes.
Interesting.
Exactly.
I asked this on the stream last night because Wise stopped by, and I was wondering, so like, how does that work that the country that like invented math managed to crash their economy?
Because they're greedy.
I see. Like now every dollar in the country can like be calculated on one abacus. I don't understand.
Is that people want a lot of stuff and they can get them usually here. Like You know, business.
Maybe it's a good time to use Twitch Prime on this channel, guys. Right, Heinz? Absolutely, Jessom. You could subscribe right now for free. Dodge those ads. Raid Twitch Prime Legends. Subscribe now for free.
Oh, Psycho P is in.
He is indeed. Coming in with what looks like a bricked Element Saber invoked deck, as Elemental Hero Stratos gonna start searching some junk.
Element Sabers play Didro, right?
Correct. They used to play Sorcery Conduit, but that was nerfed to 1500, and at that point, you might as well just play Destiny Draw.
True.
They buffed Sorcery Conduit, and then like a month later added Alistair the Invoker, and then proceeded to have to nerf Sorcery Conduit again.
I like this rotation that heroes have. Like Stratos into Faris into Increase.
Into Vion.
Yeah.
Oh, Unending Nightmare from our friend Psych OP. For some reason, they seem to run one Unending Nightmare. Open it every time. 100% success rate on the Unending Nightmare.
That's a cuck.
And he's going to give him Destiny Draw. He just says, you know what, you take it. No mask change, just says, you know what, take your D draw. Then again, if there are no monsters, really, what do you Destiny Draw into here?
I don't know, dude. I don't play this deck.
Probably Kaliga, because it stops you from, like, you go into Alistair, make Kaliga, which stops you from activating a ton of monster effects. But it does make a difference if he has a clogged back row. He would have to use Unending Nightmare on his own Unending.
Oh, that is true. And he stays with 200. Oh,
He sets a monster. Oh, with the invocation set, he bluffed it.
yeah.
Says, I'm not clogged, you nerd.
Just faked your CC.
Banishes the Destiny Hero Celestial wisely.
Colleague.
Are you familiar with the invoked cards?
I mean, I was around when they came out, but I've never looked into them.
I see. I'm honestly, like, I kind of forget, like, how long it's been since you played. Like, I remember, like, you came back for, like, a moment.
Yeah, like February.
If you guys want to know the story, PaugiN said he was coming back for ninjas, proceeded to open up Dark Magician.
Yep. And I got cucked.
You know what you wouldn't? You know how you wouldn't have got cucked?
If I opened ninjas,
yeah,
I know.
If you got Ninja Grandmaster Heinzo, he would have been there for you, man.
Everyone was playing CC, dude.
Get Lancia. What the heck?
Pepe hands. They told me not.
Why would you listen to anybody else? You know how stupid these people are? They're in Twitch chat, man. Oh
no.
my god, he had trash. Oh. Oh, that's a yikes, dude. You got a mask change? Like, how you dealing with that?
Oh no.
He's gonna non-target destroy. Of course, the effect doesn't even go off as he has no heroes left on the board.
I mean, he has an ending nightmare.
What?
Oh, you never mind. It's on face up. I remembered.
I remember that was Flabber all the time when we were playing
Yeah.
Ancient Gears. He would always be like, just use Unending Nightmare. It's like, Flabber, can I play the cards that you have in your game? Because yours are way better than mine. Number 5 NA, by the way.
Number 5 NA, by the way.
No idea what 90% of the cards do, but somehow manages to win.
So Kaliga is like a stall monster?
Yeah,
Invoke?
basically the stats are low, but the effect is big.
Yeah.
Really slows down the game state. Especially against a deck like here. Like you said, they have that cycle that they want to complete with the Ferris, the increase, etc., so on and so forth. And Kaliga just says you can only do one of these effects per turn. And then on top of that, Alistair the Invoker is a hand trap that boosts the attack and defense by 1,000 each. Right in the damage step as well for any fusion monster. So it can be difficult to clear Kaliga as it has an effective 2,800 defense.
You can even get over it with Anki.
Mind you, an Anki would be lethal with a direct attack.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like, if he didn't have 1.2k, of course.
Yo, DLL was good.
Yo, what's up?
Monsieur Dark. Kaliga on the offensive.
So I guess he has an Alistair, right?
Yeah, he must. I would presume he has two, as you probably wouldn't do this just to drain resources. I would assume he top decked another one for later.
Yeah.
The scary thing too for Yano here is he has to pay attention to the delays from Psycho. The Unending Nightmare is causing a delay all the time, so he can't really.
You can't really tell, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Jeez, my brain is.
Because it can target itself.
We.
No, we. So let's see, can he stop the direct attack? Does he have any? Is that a drone? Nope.
Gosh. Their back row was nothing. It was nothing. It was bluffing.
Imagine if it was the drowning though.
Imagine. I see drowning in a minute, actually.
Imagine if it was drowning, but you had 2 more muscles in it. Okay, that's too much.
Yano 2-0 against the counter decks right now, man.
True. So it's 3-2 right now, right? Yeah.
And so Yano bringing it back for Defusion, coming back from an early lead established by Tier 0.
They might get a repeat now.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I would say that it's one of the more likely times. Yeah, MA saying that they will repeat. So not too surprising, like you said. They brought that in as a counter deck. Can you, like, not do that? Thank you.
Puppies.
Oh, I just unmuted. Why? Okay, like... I literally click unmute and he goes, what? Who wants to buy a dog? It's PaugiN's dog.
No, it's not mine.
It's PaugiN's. It is now. Exactly, Novo. He's getting a dog in the mail. Remember when Andy said that Kaliga is an FTK against Heroes, and then Heroes lost? And then Kaliga lost to Heroes?
True.
Andy washed.
I mean, he was also like at low HP, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's not an FTK.
Here comes Kaliga once again! Ooh, and he's
Maybe now
buffing
it's FTK, because now it was in the first turn. Earlier it was like third turn or something.
It's true. No back row though. Last time he had no monsters, this time he has no back row. Jeez.
Yeah.
Somebody teach Psychop how to draw cards. I've also got the deck life all wrong. There we go. Normal summon increase. Ugh.
That sound. Ew.
Just the dogs in the back. Just
No. Your ear. So disgusted by it. Invoked? Alistair?
this is actually kind of scary because he has no monsters, so he might have Alistairs just for days, you know?
Yeah. He has no Bakrim.
There's somebody called Wayne Knopf in the chat. He is saying hello to PaugiN.
Hello, Wayne. What's up?
Did you know Wayne is a professional Duel Links streamer now?
He is?
Yeah, K-Kona AF, bro.
Keiko. Hell yeah, brother.
What the heck was that?
Monkus. And we see the Alistair. They ate the woman. Rip. F. That's an F for Heinz, boy. His mic was perfectly muted, like on time. It was a perfectly cut scream.
Tug of war in the background, so I'm kind of trying to wait for them to for this to roll over. Obviously not the dogs; they won't roll over because they're not trained very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just playing tug of war, and one of them is a beagle, and he is very vocal all the time. That's why you'll just hear a random "oh."
Oh. Oh yeah, maybe he was trying to say hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Your dog is from Alabama. So he also has the Molyneux or whatever he's called. That boy. Is that like an enemy controller? On any turn? Right. Is Heinz here, Monkus?
Yeah, I got some DMs, so I'm just answering questions.
Oh.
And the dog was trying to hell yeah, brother, with PaugiN, says Wayne, because the dog's a redneck.
Yes.
I hope they're not biting each other that hard.
So he's gonna switch that into defense.
Heinz Doggo woof for Wayne clip in the chat from Reseline. Alright, no battle phase due to the effect of the Palace of the Elemental Lords. Reseline the Mayakashi expert when? Alright, Elemental Hero Stratos starting to pop some junk.
Let's see. Is the delay on cycle?
It very well could be. I think waiting for the chain to resolve backwards, and we're going to see if that's an unending nightmare.
Yeah.
It is indeed. I told you, man. They always draw it. 100% success rate on the unending nightmare, and that is a thick -2. Actually, it's not so bad because Stratos Effect is at least getting a pop here on probably the Palace. I mean, I would presume it's on the Palace. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. No, okay. We're good. The increase actually would have had no effect if it hit the board, just due to the Kaliga. Storm in the chat asking, how do I play Team Wars? Join the Team Wars Discord, !Discord in the chat, or follow the link in the description below. And go looking for a team and see if you can get yourself on a clapper of a team. See if you can turn around a team that's in the negative and take your way right to the championship. Win over $5,000 along with your team. Dude, he's got the Malehu effect still with an Element Saber in the hand. Ugh.
That's so annoying, dude.
Ooh, but a form change. Says, That's what he said. Not any nightmare gonna pop the form change. That's a big Koga. Now, of course, Koga cannot attack due to the effect of the Kaliga, and Destiny Drop going to go off for Psych Op.
To get it right, he unending the form change to get Didro right.
Correct. He didn't want to unending his own unending.
Yeah.
Which he probably would have done if his opponent didn't activate anything. Destiny draws into another Palace. Did you know Wayne is a professional Duel Links streamer now?
He is?
Yeah, K-Kona AF, bro.
On 2 back row. Oh yeah, brother. So he was holding both back row.
I played that clip over the stream.
Yeah, you got the microphone like perfectly on the roof.
It scared the hell out of me, I'm not gonna lie. He does that, he just startles me all the time.
So CC on one of them. Do you think he bluffed again with the invocation?
I mean, it's entirely possible, just trying to force his opponent to 50-50 if he does have the Cosmic. Oh, it's Tretch! Ugh!
Oh no.
This is probably my least favorite deck, by the way, in the format. Dark Magician is Helmet, but, like, Element Sabers just takes so long. Anyo says, oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus indeed, man.
Oh,
Oh, Celestial! When are you gonna cosplay as Celestial?
me?
Yeah.
Wanna get abs?
Oh, okay, I guess we were waiting a while. That
In a
bitch.
while.
I just want to see you carry around a giant steel frisbee. Oh boy, so one of them actually was the bluff Invocacian. And we're about to see the invoked Purgatrio come through. Wait, this man's playing Malo, so he's playing no big cock.
No
As
cock.
both those cards are limited to one.
Is
That's
that
it.
lethal? I think that's lethal.
Yeah, oh for sure. Calling Divine in the graveyard with the Element Saber Malehu. Much like you are Divine.
Okay.
Alice of the Invoker with the giant poker. X2
Oh no.
deuces, baby.
It's a
He's
big
going
burst.
big. 3,900. Almost lethal at full life points. Almost there. And the repeat paying off for the Psych Op. As tier 0 going to tie up the score. Much like I'd like to tie up PaugiN.
Okay. So what do you tie up heroes with?
A good pair for heroes would be, I think, anything that can go up well against Cristrons, probably. Or Cristrons or Element Sabers would be the decks that you really want to beat, as they're the most likely counter picks for you.
And what's that?
Bro,
Do
I
the
don't know. I
predictions
just
here,
call the
Gus.
games. I don't actually play. The heck?
Oh. The fuck? So you're a good player, what the hell?
No, no. Nobody thinks that. Speaking of which, though, I'm actually gonna get some log-in bonuses right now. We got 5 dual orbs coming through today. Very nice. I'm excited about that. Oh, an SR ticket. Oh my gosh. I'll probably end up seeing something like Shiranui or something.
Oh.
Well, Shiranui actually wouldn't be very smart because you would lose to Dark Magician.
Is the M good?
Dark Magician's
the-
one of the better decks. Because they're quite consistent, they have like half the deck as searchers.
No, I mean like paired with heroes.
It can be. It can have a decent Crystron matchup if the player knows what they're doing. Luckily, these teams are actually just completely broken, so... but it's very good against Element Sabers, so I would definitely... I wouldn't be surprised to see a Dark Magician here. It looks like it's actually going to be Shiranui, though, as Akiza Izinski is coming out. Usually for the level Og or level Duplicacian. Damn, didn't have time to use my SR ticket. What should I get with my my awesome super rare ticket?
I think I'm the last person to ask.
I don't know if I'd say you're the last.
Get a Battle Axe.
Oh,
Is
it's,
it like
not,
the
it's not a
SR?
dream ticket. Oh, no, yeah, I
so-
can get a Battle Ox. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Easy.
I have a Prismatic Battle Ox. Get Thunder Dragon Roar. Bruh. No, Radlove's gonna make a pole. Make it a big pole, like rub it or something. Man, why is Psych just like keep setting cards? Does he not play monsters?
I think that's an ending threats and probably the invocation again.
Rusty Mario says Sergeant Electro. Again, it's just a regular SR ticket. It has to be like rank rewards, etc.
Or maybe he has finished chains.
I don't know. If
Because
you had
she
chain,
played
I
one.
think you would use it on Kazuki, right?
Yeah, maybe the new one is like a finished chain. And the other one's like unending and threats.
Alright, so if you are unaware, PaugiN, Shiranuis can kind of special summon from the extra deck by banishing from the graveyard with the Shiranui Spectral's word.
Yeah, I played against it in KC Cup in February.
Very nice. So here comes...
Yeah. A zombie skull.
It's an undead summon skull.
It's an annoying deck.
Absolutely is. It's just... you have to play really smart against them, otherwise they'll just like never run out of resources. Can't be destroyed by card effects now for either of the zombie monsters, so definitely threatening lethal. If you're correct in the Fiendish Chain and a Tretch, then this board can be broken. But we do have to consider the back row from Yano as well, as he has 4 monsters in hand. Fewer now. I say monsters, not necessarily monsters. But 4 cards in hand, you'd suspect one of them's a monster. Shogun's Aga about to go up to 5,500 attack. That's more than 4,000.
Is it Heartbreak or is it...
Let's see what we got. Yo, Yummy Bakura in the chat. Look at that. A streamer with a purple check mark. He says, OMG, is that PaugiN?
Oh. I called the Fiendish Chain on the left. Is the treacherous coming?
This man's been out for a minute, but his reads are on point. How are you doing, Yamai Bakura?
Yamai.
I heard she's dating a Greek fellow. I'm surprised that she hasn't changed her name to Yummy Baklava.
Oh my god.
I'm doing well, Yummy. Happy to see you.
I draw. He's gonna get a palace. Nope.
Wing Karibo currently in the lead. Oh, Wing Karibo 69%. Oh, it dropped. It was 69%. Giggity cute. Alright. It's back to 69. Wait, what? Baklava not a Greek word? What?
Yeah, it's a Turkish word.
Dude, there's not even Turkey in that.
Oh my god. That joke, dude. Classic joke with Turkey.
It's not even Thanksgiving. What the? I think you were right about the bluff invocation as well, right?
Yeah. Yep. ESP still works.
Best Turkish duelist confirmed. Interesting. So opting not to swing with Purgatrio? I guess just creating a giant body block?
Yeah. And not giving him like monster zones, I guess. I don't know how this deck works, really.
Yummy Bakura in the chat says, at PaugiN, I heard you don't have hair.
Okay.
Only in the places that matter. Like a button on a fur coat?
Oh, okay.
Looking like a
I'm
jujube
getting-
in a bird's nest, huh?
I'm getting bullied right now.
Ooh, Shiranui Spectral's word Shade. We don't see Shade as often. Leveled up.
Duh.
Oh, we gonna be level what? Are we gonna see? Oh, we're going level 4, level Quattro. Oh, level 7. Dude, we could BRD.
Nope.
Oh, we're gonna go into this Squire Zaga.
The sleeper option.
Squire Saga effect going off. I wonder if there's another Fiendish Chain here from Psychop. Otherwise, he's actually at risk of getting OTK'd here.
Yeah, cause no treacherous either, cause he has a trap in the grave.
The effect does go off for the Squire Zaga. Going to be able to pop a monster, a back row, as well as get a boost. And this is all non-targeting. Unending Nightmare goes down. Purgatrio goes down. And we have a Synchro Shokan from the grave. Although
Oh
technically not a Synchro. It's actually just a special summon. And the Revived King Hades.
You can stop now. Just kill him, he's dead already.
Just stop. He's already dead. Psychop over there like, ha, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. So Jano still is up. He's still up.
Yeah, 4 and 1. How was my voice acting there? Sounds different in my head.
The tackles. I'm in danger. It was good.
Alright. Happy to hear it.
Decent.
So Diffusion now 4 wins, all by Yano. Z plus G saying Yano won't stop until he gets the job done.
Sending the dog.
No, actually don't, because like the last time the dogs came out, they scared the bejesus out of me. My floor right now covered in bejesus, all over the place.
Jesus.
As we're waiting here, we will go ahead and grab our wanged Karibo, as it did win the poll. It's the theme song for Wing Karibo. A lot of people don't know that.
Such a weeb.
What the? Wait, where's Wang Karibo, dude? Where you at? Where are you, little winged fuck?
What the?
The heck? Certainly I have...
Yo, Fetty Guap, what's up?
Yo, Fetty! Man, he's awake? Fetty was in the chat last night. He had just gotten home from a house party. And he was
Of course.
pretty much hammered. And he was hanging out in the chat. Simping hard for my my illustrious co-caster last night. And now he's back simping for another one.
Just simping for your co-casts, I guess.
Simpy guappy, man. Where the heck is this Wang little biatch, dude? I'm searching Karibo to see if it pops
There's a
up.
matchup, by the way.
I don't care. Why does Wing... Okay, I guess it's Wing Karibo level enough. It's the only Wing Karibo I can get. That's stupid, dude.
It's a MA, if I pronounce that correctly.
Yeah, most people just call him
Ime.
Mark, to be honest.
Oh. He's playing Isizu.
Shut
With
up,
a hero mod.
spoilers! worst co-caster ever. Why did I invite you?
Nah, I'm talking cause people cannot watch it right now because you're taking a win Kurimbo. I'm keeping them up to date. Is he playing heroes, or is this a bluff?
I think it's a bluff. Oh my god, Fetty doesn't even know what a bed and breakfast is. Also, Duel Links Lounge going to a bed and breakfast. DLL confirmed white.
What is it, B&B? Bed and breakfast, you said?
Yeah, bed and breakfast.
I don't know what's that either. It's like bed. It's a breakfast in bed.
Are you inviting me?
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, you get it's like a hotel, but you like stay at somebody's house and then they make breakfast for you, essentially.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then like so it's kind of like an alternative to staying in a hotel. It's pretty cool. They're really nice actually. My when we moved to Quebec, my girlfriend's future boss put her in a B&B for an interview, and we stayed there for the night, and it was pretty good.
That sounds like an intro to a movie I've watched.
Adult videos.
Just a movie.
Just a movie.
So it's Dark Magician. It's not Heroes.
You know what's
Gets the
crazy?
navigation. What?
I was a child star when I was a kid, but they don't allow you to collect revenue when you star in adult videos as a child. How unfair is that?
What the? Wait a second.
Hold up.
There's so many wrong things with that sentence. Damn. Right away.
Bad aim.
Rip that circle. Oh no. You know what's funny? The 2 matches he didn't open bad aim. And now like versus Dark Magician he opened bad aim. Isn't that perfect?
That is absolutely perfect. It's actually such a good card in this matchup, just because it yeets the circle. Radlip says, my girlfriend has bad aim. Is that because there's piss all over the floor, or because the keyhole has scratches all around it? Ugh, and a floodgate trap hole on that Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer Celebrity Circus, going face down.
Did you cut out?
Oh, that's weird. I don't know what happened there.
Oh.
Shirodui Squirrel. Oh man, this is nasty from Yano. He got banned by Twitch. Ugh, please no.
This deck did so many things.
Eats another Prismatic Navigacian. That's 2 of them.
That's a big rip. That's a huge ass rip.
Oh, did I not mute myself when I did that?
You did what?
Ripped ass.
Oh my god.
And the Shogun Saga comes back. What a beautiful play from Yano.
This is solitaire.
Ooh, and the draw 1, discard 1 just fires off the Barista squad. Fetty like Penguin Soldier set like we didn't see it via Kaiku. He's like, he swapped it out. Old TCG trick. Yano takes the game once again, moving the score to 5-1 for Diffusion. Yano's nuts, man.
Are they gonna give in a second repeat? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, they sent this in. They sent Dark Magician in to deal with this. You gotta think they felt confident. They felt confident in MA's chances. MA also, I think, got 10 wins in one match, in a playoffs match one season. So definitely a top tier player. I think he won an MCS or something too.
Damn.
It's a top tier player.
Yeah, both teams are stacked.
Yeah, Tier 0 and Diffusion both are just absolutely insane teams. Just looking at the rosters. Naruto saying send Jason as if MA is done already. Just like
Just put him on the side.
Just get him out of there. He's not worth the time and the effort for Yano. Just put Jason in. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break for nature, Mr. PaugiN. I'm gonna let you entertain the crowd. Please, no racism. I know it's difficult for you.
No,
just...
what?
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. He's not racist. You wanted me to tell him you're not racist, right? That's what you said.
Oh my god.
I said it, okay? Maybe they can tell him more,
Not,
but who
not
knows?
with the kind of situations. No.
PaugiN confirmed an American police officer.
I'm not.
Bad cop, no donut. Alright, I'll be right back.
Go, yeah. I'm waiting to see if they're gonna do a repeat. I don't see anything in the chat yet. So no more new decks, apparently. They're not using the new mini box, Pepe Hands. What? Didn't say anything. Yeah, Lorenzo played Mayakasi and Goki. Come on, Brahmi. MA is back, but I don't think it is a repeat. I am doing good, Petty. Miss you too, bro. I missed everyone, dude. I just melt my brain over writing this goddamn PhD, this thesis. It's like so hard for me. So no repeat, new deck. It's Kaiba with Mountain. Yeah, he bricked with Mayakasi, not Guki.
K-Nice is Rip Hines. I was just pissing. I wasn't dying. Alright, so this was a
It's
repeat.
not a
then?
repeat.
Not a repeat?
No. No repeat.
Interesting.
It's Kaiba.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, so this is going to be the African American wings here from NA, and that's why we see that quick artifact to Lancia.
Hey.
So are you familiar with how Black Wings work?
I was around when it came out.
Okay.
I
so
played a bit.
You know what Simoon
kinda
does and
know.
everything?
Not everything.
Alright, so Simoon
that's
is
not-
the one that banishes a card from the hand and then puts a black rodent on the board. So that's what the artifact Lancia was being used there to prevent the Simoon from going off early.
Okay. It's the UR, right? That's
Yes.
The Simon one. Yeah. like the purple one, whatever.
Yeah, it seems Naxio. It seems like MA really went in on the selection box, as he seems to have upgraded his Black Whirlwinds as well as his Magician Navigations. Full prismatic playsets.
I have a prismatic whirlwind.
Do you?
Yes.
Ooh, and we got that Barista squad from Yano gonna pop that Zeviros the Elite. There's no search for you. And now, I know what you're thinking, PaugiN. You're thinking, but Hunt, the Black Whirlwind's effect was going off. What happened? All he did was destroy the monster. He didn't destroy the Black Whirlwind. Why would the effect not go off? That's because you're an idiot, PaugiN. He needs to have the effect. He has to have a monster on the board for the effect to know what the attack is. You didn't know that because you're so dumb. But I'm here to educate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A bit offensive, but thank you.
Alright, so we have Chris, the Crack of Dawn. He is handing out L's, as you can see by the state of his hand. His left hand, holding up that L for
True.
Yano.
True. Oh, and the Necro Valley.
Necro Valley, very nice here. Now,
How many did they play?
usually just the one, because it's searchable by the Ancient Fairy Dragon. That's why they play Peak Performance. And they have a lot of heavy level 7 access. And one thing, too, is that recently Shiranui Squirrel was hit... Oh, he's got the OTK as well. This man's disgusting. They were recently hit with the Cosmic Cyclone limited to 3, as well as the other thing. Shiranui Squirrel, Cosmic Cyclone. Yeah, so it's very difficult for the Necro Valley to be outed by Shiranui without another Ballista squad. And seeing as how he's got no monsters...
and just one card.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get that Barista squad off. And 0 defense monsters. Bora has piercing damage. Bah!
That's why they didn't repeat. So they had two.
Yeah,
let's
two
say
really
counters.
good matchups.
Yeah.
Alright, so MA going 1-1, finally ending Yano's tear. But 5-2, you know, one man taking out half a team is usually pretty good.
Yeah, half the team.
That's a good trade, I would say.
Yeah.
But still, it's actually, you know, we say that, but it's actually a close war. It's currently 5-4. Still in favor of Defusion, but it's anybody's match. Now, I know that you were saying before the war that it was obvious that Tier 0 was going to win and that everybody not named Yano on Defusion was a scrub because you're toxic like that. But I do think that a lot of the players on Defusion remaining, especially you know, noteworthy names like Na, Drizzles, and Choo Choo, makes for a very close war indeed.
I agree with the second part of your sentence.
Now, I remember that happening because I made it up.
You made. I remember that happening because I made it up.
Now, acknowledging Lorenzo was he's already played. My fault he started with a meme. What did Yano clap with? A little of this, a little of that. Played Heroes and Shiranui. And he did wonderfully. We're very proud of our friend Yano.
So what do you think they will send against the African American wings?
You're always gonna say. African American. Usually it's Element Sabers because they can just constantly flip down the things to prevent searches. They also have that Unending Nightmare that for some reason they see 100% of the time. So they can pop the Whirlwind, the Necro Valley, etc., so on and so forth. Yeah, Betty correctly saying their PaugiN goes again with that racism.
Okay, I'm getting targeted. He didn't brought memes, he tried new decks.
How many PaugiNs does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. He just leaves the room for being black because he's just racist like that.
What? What? I actually like dark game. Like
Whoa! You can't just prefer.
I don't like lights.
Wow, racist again. What the heck? Alright, MA versus Drizzles. Let's get it.
Let's get it. From Minnesota, confirm. I'm a cop in Minnesota.
I don't understand why America has Minnesota. Like, I've never seen anybody order a small soda from America. It's always a large soda. Like mini soda. Get it?
No, it's
Top tier comedy. Not a reach at all.
not a reach at all. Yeah. So it is Sabers.
Yeah, going to add that Molehu real quick. Telling me before you would count halves.
Just because of that joke.
Oh yeah. Usually the way it works.
Damn. The first name calls by Radlab. Shut up, Terry. So rude.
Oh, we had that Simoon the Poison Wind. It's I got some Poison Wind after a burrito, you know?
Yeah, I did too when I was in US and I got some burritos.
Yeah, like street food? Oh, man.
No, that's Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle? Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Chipotle! Yeah, I had a Chipotle next to me when I was in US. It was like 1 block away.
Molehu going to flip down the Simoon the Poison Wind.
To prevent the whirlwind, right?
This is correct. Now, I know what you're thinking, Puck.
I know it's me.
You're like, why would putting that face down prevent the whirlwind? It's already activating. That's because you're stupid. Face down cards don't have statistics.
Again!
And a floodgate gonna flip down the Gale the Whirlwind. Would you say that Gale the Whirlwind, that artwork looks like a guy who's sharing a room with his stepsister and she's getting changed and she tells him not to look? That's how he covers his eyes.
Oh yeah, true.
What are you doing, step bro?
Watched a couple movies like those.
It's just good art, you know?
True. Can we also say that he also got Necrovalley again?
Yeah, I just hard drew it. So Alistair are gonna have a rough time here. And keep in mind too, Simoon can flip itself back face up. But the Gale is floodgated. Oh, here comes Alistair.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know much about Drizzle's list thus far. He could actually use the Palace of the Elemental Lords. He doesn't have a battle phase this turn. Wow, we're saying search for Malo now.
Wait, did he use Palace last turn? Yeah, he did.
He did. He added that Malehu. Opting not to do anything further here is Drizzles. He did send Nalu. Hey, look at that.
Bullies, that's it. You can flip the Simone, but you can also get flipped back down.
The only thing that Simoon can really synchro with as well is Orochi the Squall. The only level 1 tuner in the deck, and it's run as a one-of, as both it and Raikiri are limited to 2. Oh, concentrating current boosts the Alistair up to 3,200. Man, I think this duel's as good as over.
Yep. That was unexpected. Do they play Karen? Or is it like...
Oh yeah, it's really common, especially with the Element Saber Lapuela, because they well, there it is right there. 2100 defense.
Oh, I see.
Omni negate on board. It's a negate for a spell or trap, I guess, not Omni, but once per turn negate. It's basically like a Shien effect, as long as the palace is on the board or they have an Element Saber in hand. Gale the Whirlwind goes down to Lapuela, and the lethal. Drizzle's taking the win against MA here. Counter deck coming through successful. And MA with a 1-2 score. Drizzle's going to move the score to 6-4, which is also PaugiN's height. A lot of people don't know that.
The what?
6-4.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
There are no pictures of you on the internet.
Yeah. So only Jason and the dog are left.
Yeah, don't sleep on the dog, man.
I bring the spell books.
What the?
What the?
Dead Fun Therial says should have played Battle Fader. True. Alright, I think the new member has joined the room. Let's see who it's gonna be. Who do you suspect is gonna come in here? -1 or Jason? Who do you think would be left as the anchor?
-1.
Interesting. So Verilyn saying only 2 top NA players left. Easy.
Yeah, easy. Jason will come in with Dark Magician and win 3 games in a row.
Lauer says -1 with SSA Chris Rons. That's actually probably what I would suspect as well.
Oh, maybe.
Drizzles has left the table. He's afraid. He doesn't even want. Yeah, I mean, he's like, man, Jason and -1. I'm out of here. He just dipped. I'm done.
He's gonna turn back, so you make.
I forfeit.
So he can make you like switch the names.
Does Verilyn's name, Verilyn79, does that suggest that born in the year 1979?
Can you not expose a woman's AIDS like that?
Did you just assume her gender?
Oh yeah, true. A person's AIDS.
A person's age, that's correct. It suggested when the song I Named Myself After came out. I don't think so. You old as fuck.
Yo, Alex, what's up? So they did keep -1 as the anchor.
And it's actually going to be Jason with Sea Stealth attack Kristrons, as we can see.
I miss you too, Zarex boy.
It's the amount of terabytes of furry porn on Vera's hard drives is so...
Terabytes. Oh my god.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Gen X Undyne.
Do people ever open no Undyne with?
Typically, you'll either open no Undyne or you'll open the Gen X controller, so it's useless. That's my experience, anyway.
Yeah.
But they do run 3 Undyne, 3 Scrap Recycler, and 3 Sulfafnir as well. So there's a decent chance of opening one of your powerful starter cards. You usually have access to Sulfafnir. And then there's typically a whale or two as well, which can be a strong opening. Fetty says this girl on Tinder just openly admitted to stalking my Instagram and challenged me to a duel. I guess she's getting those cheeks clapped in more than one way, Mr. Guap. Yeah, make something disappear into her dark magical circle there, Fetty.
True Nate double diamond. At least we get a good theme song.
Mako?
Yeah. I think that's why Drizzle's Sweets thing went bottom. So we can get the Mako theme song in spectate mode.
It's true.
Good guy.
Good guy,
Or
Drizzles.
girl, I don't know.
Good
I'm
person,
not- I'm not-
Drizzles.
The person. It's kind of overrated, yeah.
I like
It's good.
non Dark Signer Carly Carmine theme song. That one bumps. I like it.
Oh yeah. I like the twins too. The how do you call those from DX? Luna? Is it Luna?
Oh, from 5Ds, Luna and
5Ds, yeah, not DX. 5Ds.
Luna
yeah.
and the
And
one
the
that shouts
other
like
person.
Leo and Luna.
Yeah. These two have a good theme song too, and the Bullet Kid, yeah.
Leo's so irrelevant that Heinz forgot. You know what's funny is I actually played Leo almost exclusively with Curry until Carly came out with level augmentation. And then you have to play Carly because it's Carly Curry. It's the only option.
True. And why you still play Karakuri?
Collapse.
A lot of wait time between these two decks.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's one of the slower matchups, but I think it's one of the more high skill matchups as well.
Yeah.
A lot of solid positioning needed from both teams or both players, and it's really nice to see when both players open up well. So the positioning is going to be very important, and they each have to use their cards for the greatest impact.
Yeah, it's good to like as you say, when both of them open good and you see like an actual good match that depends on like mistakes or like plays better in general, instead of like seeing someone just hammering the other one because he bricked.
Tell me more about somebody getting hammered.
Hmm.
Hey, PaugiN, you want to play Carpenter? First we'll get hammered, then I'll nail you.
Sadly, I can't get hammered.
Eh.
Rip.
Ow!
Unless we have to kill us odds. Fade is gonna steal your hookup line.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful.
100% success rate.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me success rate, Freddy, when you use it. Pam, 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 pam.
Other top
So
tier
no bubble
pickup lines
faces.
include, "Damn girl, are you a toaster? Because I want to take a bath with you."
That's nice. Oh no.
Hi, Rattle Up. It's amazing how he's got a girlfriend. You have no idea. Malehu negated by the Crystron impact from the grave.
300 damage to the face.
Few more turns.
Also,
of that, it's all over.
how was quarantine?
For me,
Yes.
pretty uneventful, honestly. Got 3 dogs, so I'm still like going out walking them and everything, going for runs, trying not to get too fat through quarantine.
Was Canada like hit hard or was it like?
Well, most of Canada was actually okay, but I'm in Montreal, where I guess just we had the worst of it. Probably partly because of the international airport, and probably partly because the citizens just don't care. So
Yeah. I've seen that happening in US too. They like don't care.
yeah.
It just nope.
You know, I mean the French Canadian population is notoriously conservative, and they oftentimes, you know, it's very similar to the U.S. where the conservatives just buy into this narrative that the Corona thing was a
5G.
liberal scheme to, I don't know, get people to wear masks or something. I can't even remember, but yeah, it's no, it's really no disrespect to the French Canadians on my part. It's just I would say a political difference where there are probably more liberal English people who actually, you know, care about you know, society, and, you know, conservatives typically care more about the individuals. So
Yeah.
it's just
But yeah, the
political
5G
ideology.
meme is so good.
Oh, I love it. It's perfect. 5G causes a virus.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 5 hit. Someone had a doctor's degree to say that. I'm pretty sure. It's like when flat earthers watch the SpaceX launch. And they
Yeah,
can
it's
see
like,
the
shut up and go
horizon.
back to the cringy jokes. Deal, man.
Deal. Okay, so Amatrix came out. Didro is active. What do you Didro at this point? Like an invoked, an Ulster?
I don't know. I mean, Cockadus would be okay, so probably would go for the Alistair the Invoker.
Yeah.
To be able to get a Invoke Casitas out onto the board, which can't be destroyed by card effects. The only problem is you gotta watch out for that Crystron Impact, because it'll just put you to 0 in the
Does he
defensive
have one?
stats. An Impact?
Does he have one in? Oh, you mean a set? Yeah. I thought he had one in the grave.
It's
So
possible.
that wasn't.
And there's the Invocation, so...
Yeah.
I didn't put anything on the board to use off here. Very interesting. Maybe wants it in the grave, has double Invocation set up. Wait, Fetty actually dueled this chick? The heck? Yo, chill! Subscribe to tier 123 freaking months?
Chilla. Yo, what's up?
And he puts his cock in attack mode as to avoid the impact, reducing the defense. Smart.
It's boosted by Umi. Right?
Dragons?
No, it's not. It's a dragon. I'm bad. And
Sorry, just PaugiN wash.
PaugiN was. No shit.
Fetty, now go, hey, are you Weevil? Cause you got me wet like Exodia. No, wait, no, it's not gonna work. Oh, Radlop's got one. Here we go. Power says, please concentrating current, and there it is. Concentrating current gonna boost that Invoke Casitas way up, and he's gonna discard the Alistair. He is going huge. 79, 6100, farming Jason. Oh my gosh.
That was TKF. And that was the correct chain too. Of course, of course.
Naturally. Alright, we got
6k damage.
Imagine getting farm damage on tier 0.
No, that was on diffusion, right?
Well, Diffusion's Drizzles got the farm damage.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. On tier 0. Also, Jason is lost. They still have a repeat though.
They do have a repeat if they want to use it. Jason's saying he is going to use it. So both repeats now used for tier 0, and Diffusion has not used either of theirs.
That was the last repeat for the tier 0, right? Yeah.
Was indeed. Fatty's in the DMs like, hey girl, you got me about to surrender because my hand on my deck. Alright, we got Jason versus Drizzles. Game number 2. Jason going to use one of those repeats for tier 0, the last one. And we still have -1 standing in the back. waiting in the wings.
The goodie bag. I think the only one that's worth till is the that sarcophagus like box thingy or whatever, the special cards. But I don't know how much.
You asked me about my quarantine. How's
Yeah,
yours
yeah.
going?
What do you say?
So you asked me about my quarantine. How's yours going?
Nothing changed.
It's pretty much what mine was like too. Business as usual,
Writing.
man.
Yeah, writing from home. Quarantine comes. Writing from home. Quarantine leaves. Writing from home. Nothing changed.
How long is it the thesis?
Yeah, the thesis. I want to be done by August.
How long is it?
What do you mean?
Like in terms of like word count, do you know?
It's as long as you want. It's like people will write books sometimes, like out of the thesis, but I'm not gonna like
You
write
already
that
hate
much.
writing. Why would you write a book?
Yeah, yeah, I know. So I'm just, I guess, like 100, like 200 pages, 250 around there.
I mean, this
My
is looking.
diploma thesis was 100. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
This is looking bad for Jason here.
yeah. He opened no monsters in the beginning. No startups.
Typically, if you see this from Cristrons, it means they have no monsters that are
Undyne.
non-tuners.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Drizzle's just setting up the graveyard for later, thinning up his deck. And he didn't search last turn, so he actually has the
Battle phase now.
he does have the battle phase. Oh, Cosmic Cyclone from Jason.
Axel negates now.
And I'm surprised nobody memed on me asking you how long is it.
Yeah, I was going to, but
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody
and
nobody bid on that one.
I expected you to meme something when I said it's as long as you want. I
I
also
thought about
wanted to
that
be.
too, actually. I couldn't word very well. My brain's starting to shut down.
I gave you I gave you a good startup.
You gave me a solid opening,
Yeah, but
and I just couldn't fill your opening.
exactly. He drews into Undyne, so he's gonna get his engine going.
Vroom Vroom started out.
Yep, yep.
Hey, why does Undyne have boobs?
Oh yeah, true.
What's up with that?
Is the girl like a
It's
robot
just
thingy?
some weird water condom with tits,
And that
tubes, and boobs.
the head of Undyne looks kinda, you know.
It's a reservoir tip for sure. I'm just asking questions. There's no implication. It's just a question. Why the robo boobs?
Why not?
I suppose. Interesting here that he's using the Crystron Impact effect.
Special
After
summon.
the Thistern has already used one effect this turn, it can't use another one. And we quickly see why Citadel Whale coming out. A marvel of engineering indeed. How does a whale with all that metal, a skeleton that big, look at the size of that horn. How does this thing move through the water at all? It's got metal, it's got bricks. The skeleton must be huge. The skeletal structure on that whale is absurd with the size of that horn. I mean, look how girthy that horn is. Also, where's his blowhole, dude?
Oh my god. That's
Am I expected to believe that he is, like, breathing through his guns?
The emotes are posted is actually me right now. So, because I'm a newbie, can you explain to me, Mr. Hines, why did he put Citadel well in defense?
As not to get hit with a concentrating current in a fat cock.
What? A cock stops SSA?
Well, it can't be destroyed by card effects, so...
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah. Thanks for the answer.
Anytime! I'm here to help. Because you're stupid. It's what I do.
I'm as worst as Makozumi.
Radlop says, according to all known laws of swimming, there is no way that a whale with armor should be able to swim. Its armor is too heavy to get its fat body off the ocean floor. The Citadel whale, of course, swims anyways, because whales don't care what humans think is impossible. It seems like a reconstruction of something about a bumblebee.
Did he wrote them himself, or is
No, I think that's about a bee, and he took that and made it about a Citadel whale.
Oh, is it because of how bees fly? Right? Is that the one?
Duel Links meta is rating with a party of 5,627 viewers. Oh my gosh, Sniffus, thanks for the update, my guy.
Of course.
Well, now.
The bad thing about SSA is you don't get any damage in.
I'd say the worst thing about SSA is that the legendary fisherman has that grass skirt on. We can't see how thick them buns be.
Oh my god. I knew it.
Paleozoic Canadia gonna target down that whale, which of course can negate the effect. You can't target a water monster when a Citadel whale's on the board.
But you can have a second one. You can get a Canadian on the board too.
Oh, and the finest chain wrapped around your whale.
SSA chain? Probably.
I probably wouldn't, to be honest. He's gonna do it anyway. I likely would have not done that there.
Why?
Well, because the Phoenix Chain doesn't stop you from activating your effect. So if your, say your Ryan was targeted later on another turn, or even on this turn, he could either banish the Ryan with the Sea Stealth attack, or he could activate the Whale and then chain the Sea Stealth attack to the Whale effect, and then just negate whatever he wants to later on.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't...
Did he also stop the Canadian? I don't remember the...
He did stop the Canadian, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's continuous.
I'm sure Jason doesn't really give a damn what I think is the correct play anyway.
I mean, he had no any other follow-up, so.
Well, there's just one more set there. The reason I would have done
Oh, yeah.
it is
I
honestly
see what
just
you mean.
because of the Unending Nightmare.
Yeah.
Opponent could be trying to bait it out.
Who asked?
But
Oh,
Jason
no.
also has a better read on the delays and everything as well. So, oh, Fortune Fairy End coming through, and this is quite an interesting card. As the Malo is limited to 1, along with the Cockadus that we know Drizzles is playing, they've opted to use different fire monsters to be able to make Purgatrio, and Fortune Fairy End has the effect that when you draw it, you can reveal it, special summon it, and you can target a set card your opponent controls, destroy it. Oh, targets a Cosmic Cyclone, but the Cyclone is going to go off, leaving Mako Tsunami Jason at 100 life points.
Oh,
Needle Sealing!
that's a big rip.
Ooh, that's a non-target destroy. That is a big sealing. And
Is that floodgated?
there's a decent chance this is lethal right
No,
here. All
it's
he has to do
not,
is
yeah.
flip up Nalu. And what do you even do?
Oh,
Bop!
no.
That's it. Jason goes down just like that. He missed that 50-50 hard. Wasn't it 50-50? Did you just die there anyway? What do you even do to that?
Yeah, I think you just die anyway. It's not
You
50-50.
do to that needle sealing, just die. I can't even think of how you would get through that. Like, my current brain state, like I got nothing. And that moves the score to 4-8 in favor of Diffusion.
Yeah. Wait, Jason lost.
Correct.
Oh, that yeah, post is yeah. True. I forgot how you use that. He did that all that in trophies. Did he?
I'd have to go back and watch because my
I think he did.
attention
Yeah,
span
because
yeah, he
the
did.
effect
Yeah,
of
because of
that.
the
Yeah,
ending.
yeah,
Yeah, activated in the draw phase. That is correct.
yeah.
That's why it's actually really good that he did that too, because then there's not going to be any effect from the Ryan. Not that it really would have mattered, but because I mean the only thing Ryan would have been able to make in that situation, I believe, would have been PaugiN Zektron, and due to the new rulings, the PaugiN Zektron, after the result of the needle sealing blowing it off the board, its effect never would have applied, so he still would have been able to take damage.
Yeah, and not activating Cyclone was not saving him either, because he
Yeah.
was like at 1.2,
1.1.
1.1 yet. So only the dog is left.
Just the dog. Let's see if he can pull through. I mean, let's keep in mind, like, -1 is one of, if not the best player in the world. So if anybody's going to come back to take 6 games straight, you know, -1 can certainly do it. That's not to say that he doesn't have his work cut out for him. Choo Choo, Drizzles, and Na are definitely some strong players indeed. Radlop saying, "What about me?" Exactly. What about you?
Nothing, Radlab. That was rude. Sorry. I'm sorry. We believe in the doggo. We make this a close.
Oh, jeez, why did I get...
Oh! Doggos! No!
They are cheering on -1. One of us, one of us! Alright, there is a current poll. Will -1 make the comeback to win for Tier 0? The options are yes, -1 all the way, and no, Diffusion got this. Oh, and we got an ad break? Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Just because it's an ad break doesn't mean you can say anything racist, by the way. There's still people that have subscriptions.
Or ad blocks.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
It's illegal to have ad block. Everybody knows this.
No, it's illegal for Google to listen to us talking on the PC and they're giving us ads based on what we say.
Yeah, they really do that.
Yeah, it's actually scary.
It looks like a player might have just joined the room here. There is Tier 0's -1 with the dog icon, and he's ready to go. Godfather Dueling says, I'm not subbed and I don't have ad block. Still never get AIDS.
Yeah, because we are you, Godfather. The Balkans don't get ads. We're too good for them.
So another Crystron SSA. Let's see if this one has better luck than perhaps Jason did.
Exactly what Zarek said.
We safe. Malayhu double set.
So, -1 also had Cristrons, as you said earlier. They brought like 4, right? Or 3?
Oh, they repeated
Crystron.
one. I think probably 3. I mean, it has the best win rate in Team Wars. Crystron's does. At least it has for the last couple weeks. Mind you, it's actually not been the SSA version that has had the best win rate. It's been the non-SSA. I think mostly just inflated by the big brain Wayne. He's been K-Kona clapping all the way to the top.
Somebody said free?
Yo, Buns with that Heinz K Pog emote. What the heck? Top tier subscriber.
Vladgaze, the... I don't know how to pronounce that guy.
Fistvern.
Fistburn.
And -1 seems to be playing around wisely. He drops the press Yordle and has that Sulfefnir already in the hand. He can yeet that Fistvern right off the board with the Sulfefnir if he so chooses. And it's going to do exactly that, meaning that he will be able to get a search for a Crystron monster from the deck. Oh, everybody's dropping try-hard 7s in the chat. %66% of people so far say that Diffusion has this, but now 36% of people say that -1 will be making the comeback.
I mean, I don't know about a win, but I think he will at least not go 0-2.
Well, I mean, you think about it this way. -1 is a dog that's playing, and everybody knows that doggy style is come from behind. So it is exactly right up the alley for -1. Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good. You sounded so, like, disturbed by that. You're like, Yes.
No, I expected it to be like, and everyone knows Doggy Style is the best, so -1 is the best. But
This is true. I mean, it was a good album. What can you say?
yeah, just agree and smile. That's what I'm doing.
I believe they already did, Mr. Sang. I think they won. I'll probably have to update my matches that happened. Chilla defeated Reflesia ID with a score of 10-7. The Immortals defeated Armida's Army with a score of 10-6, and Duel Links Taiwan defeated Abusement Park with a score of 10-9. Those are the ones that I haven't got on the ticker thus far. Did Phoenix win? They might. Yeah, Phoenix defeated Forbidden Memories. The score will be coming across in just a moment.
This looks tough for Sabers.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it favors -1 at this point. He's playing extremely well. His positioning has been nothing short of beautiful at this point. Able to recycle his cards. Definitely not going to deck out first at this rate. And he has a search set up for next turn. He still has one back row. 2 high-level monsters that both float. Which is useful because it's a water deck.
Okay, that was a good one. That was actually a good one. I hope you didn't steal that from anywhere else.
Nah, but I've used it before.
Ah.
I'm just looking out for the environment. You know, there's enough trash in the ocean, so you know, reduce, reuse, recycle.
True.
I'm actually surprised that the card art for Umi doesn't have like a bunch of like plastic bottles and stuff floating in it.
Yeah, an actual representation.
It just seems so unrealistic.
So let's see, can he get it? I don't think he can. Or decay this turn. Not decay, like end it.
No, it doesn't seem reasonable.
Oh,
Going to flip the... Oh, and flip himself face down. He's actually not going to flip the Amatrix. It looks like he might be trying to take some damage here.
yeah.
Let's see if -1 takes the bait. That would leave me to assume that the face
That's
down card
unending?
is unending. Yeah, which either way, he's going to have Destiny Draw if it is unending, so...
Yeah, because he can pop Umi in itself, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
it would-
it's a twister.
okay.
So actually, he did play into it. He
Yeah.
would not have had Destiny Draw if that wasn't a twister. Wow. I mean, you don't really expect that, right?
No?
I mean, I got baited. You got baited. -1 got baited.
Everyone got baited.
Invocating here. Now, there are no water monsters in the grave for -1. Of course, we do have the our good friend Nalu in the grave.
A cock on the field.
Big thick cock in attack position. Now, I do believe there's an impact set, so we're going to see a Crystron impact right now.
Negate.
This is interesting. If there is a concentrated current, Drizzles has to use it right now, otherwise his defense
Yeah.
goes to 0. And
Yeah.
there's a possibility that -1 forces the concentrated current and then just chains another impact.
Damn.
So
True.
it's definitely
I think he has the
Definitely,
current, right?
well, I mean, there is a waiting for response here. It has to be there.
And also the play he did earlier was like too. I don't know, played into thinking that he has the current in hand.
And
Oh, he
Drizzle's
can
kind
play
of
it.
forced to let it go through here. And he sets a card. What a mystery indeed. What could that card be?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it is Sea Stealth Attack set and Drizzle's just, got outplayed in response by -1 after that big twister bait.
Yeah. Bait on bait.
Both of these players so far have demonstrated that they are master baiters.
Big masturbators.
Absolutely. I mean, Mako Tsunami is a legendary fisherman, so he has to know a thing or two about baiting.
Can he? Because I'm a noob. Can he invoke from the hand and like then current and get a boost?
Yeah.
Or
But
is it a zero? Like
wouldn't be big enough. I mean, it'll be big. Like, don't get me wrong. It'll be a juicy boy, but
it'll be 2.8, right?
3.8.
No, I mean just with Allison.
Oh, just with Alistair, yes.
But yeah, he can do that and get the boost, I guess. 3.8, but yeah, that's nothing.
Whoa, Greg, you later subscribed for 3 months. He says, hi, that Twitch Prime sub.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, what's up,
What's up?
Regulator?
Insectro.
The walking Wabaku, indeed. Oh, we're going to see a Samurai Destroyer here from -1. I think this is going to be game. If that is an impact, as we read earlier... No, it doesn't even matter. He's got plays for days. Yeets himself with the Sulfethnier. Looks like Sulfethnier not even going to use his effect, so he can use the Preziortal from the hand, or from the grave, to special summon from the hand. And another Crystron Sulfethnier. It's not even an Alistair the Invoker. And there it is. That is going to be game 1000 over lethal. We have to assume that was a concentrating current set. And, Neg didn't ever let us know what that last card was. It could have been a bluff. Maybe it was the Sea Stealth attack. Maybe it was another impact. I guess that's between -1 and his therapist.
Same with Drizzles. We don't know if he had the current.
Oh, yeah, we know that was the current for sure.
Yeah, probably. But never be too sure.
No, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure.
No.
Yeah, I got mind scan. I'm hacking.
No. Reverse sweep. It ain't a good war if it's not a 3 to 4 hour war.
Oh, absolutely. Usually, if I have Monkey Boy, we don't have wars that go any less than 10-8. But
Yeah.
Monkey Boy can't cast the games with tier 0 as he's on the team.
True.
So I'm stuck with you.
Pepe Hands.
No,
That was me.
you were actually a popular request. People have been asking me to get you back for a long time. And I was like, he's mad at me, man. Like, I gotta patch things up and get everything all fixed up. And, you know, I'm glad we were able to iron things
I
out.
got no flowers. Dude. No flowers, nothing. Not chocolate.
I could use some chocolate.
That's racist.
It's chocolate starfish. Radlub, I would cast with you, but you need to focus on what games you're reffing. Got him.
Yo, Ace Up Turtles here too.
Alright, Drizzle's
Wait,
loaded up deck number 2.
Oh yeah, it was the first deck for him. I forgot.
That's correct. He's 3-1 right now. He's doing excellently. If he can defeat -1 2 times, that'd be 2 players defeated the entire tier 0 roster.
True, yeah.
Now, the poll said that D-Fusion has this match, but, you know, I voted for my boy -1.
Same.
You know, I support the dogs, man.
Oh no.
Dark Magician does have a favored matchup versus Sea Stealth Attack Cristrons, especially the Sealed Tombs version, as it typically runs Cosmic Cyclone, and the back row negates can be quite problematic. Now, you haven't seen too many decks that you're unfamiliar with in this war, right?
No, actually. Except the Shiranui one, which I never like looked into. Even though I played against it. I just let them play solitaire and lose or swing.
Actually,
So he didn't get his hurts with the circle.
Goki and
Oh yeah, those two.
Ayakashi, those two were the ones that you weren't familiar with, but they lasted all of 30 combined seconds.
Yeah. He didn't manage to get a search with a circle, so maybe he doesn't have the navigation, the Dark Magician.
It's actually kind of funny. In this matchup, it's one of the few matchups that Dark Magician can't often helmet through.
Yeah.
And it is one of the few matchups that requires a bit of technical play.
Oh, so he cycled the circle. There was no response, so I guess he doesn't have the combo. Or he has another circle. So, Mr. Hines, why he didn't attack?
Well, he didn't attack because he doesn't want to put the Magician's Rod in the graveyard, because if -1 can establish a Crystron impact in the grave, the Magician's Rod can actually chain block the impact negation on the circle.
Oh, true, yeah. The spell trap thingy.
Yeah, so it kind of forces your opponent to go into a lower attack monster like Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, which is a less threatening board. Not that it's fun to deal with, but it's It's less difficult than a pair of Dark Magicians.
So he did have a set bluff on the circle, and he set another circle with a circle.
Damn, this guy's got more rings than Sonic.
He probably still doesn't have the combo.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's added a navigation or a Dark Magician thus far. Godfather pointing out our sexual tension.
Oh, it shows that much. So
You could cut it with a sexual knife.
that's brutal.
Do you guys not have sexual knives where you're from, Scorpion?
That's a weak board for Drizzles.
It's like a regular knife, but sexier. I mean... Alright, so here we go. With this Fern going to use its effect to get a search for -1. If he does have the Crystron impact, now it's live. He has a target.
Rammstein fans? PaugiN.
Is it like a German band?
Yeah, one of the best bands in the world. There was a like a festival thingy that was going to go this summer with Sabaton and Amon Amarth, and they cancelled it because of coronavirus.
Oof, with a capital O.
Yep.
Chilla asking if there is a Black Rose Dragon incoming. We could also theoretically see a Aquarian Gandrax. We actually have quite a lot of potential plays here from -1.
There's no impact in the grid.
Thank you for answering that question.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to end so I can answer that. Back-to-back info. So I'm not really familiar with Greenstones. I know what they do, but do you think they cannot TK over this board? Because that's a weak board.
Yeah, depending on what the set is for Drizzles. I mean, there's always a chance because Dark Magician really only plays one core semi-limited card. Oftentimes they can have, oh, he's got the navigation live, so it is available. Now I don't think that he's going to be able to OTK as easily. As likely the one of the monsters here, probably the Citri, going to be banished here.
When did he get that?
Oh, he's actually opting for a back row card. Does he stealth attack?
So no TK.
That would have been a nasty Quarian if he had another Citri in hand. With the Praziordal in the grave that he put there, he actually could have made a Quarian. Magician of Dark Illusion being tribute summoned is very nice for Drizzles here. He has a negate just in case there is an impact live, and Amatrix doesn't float off being banished.
Gets the DM back on the board.
The slide in your DMs like...
Yo, Dome, what's up?
Now, keep in mind, too, that this Dark Magician here, the Magician of Dark Illusion, is now normal summoned, so an Amatrix won't put that into defense position. There is a possibility that -1 can make a Samurai Destroyer, which is a little too rich for the Dark Magician's blood unless we see something like a Dark Magic Expanded.
What level is the Destroyer?
Level 7.
7.
So you would have to banish his own Sulfafnir.
Yeah. Still level 5. So only the two Dark Magicians. Yeah.
Yeah, Vanilla's going into defense position.
Yeah, he still got this.
I mean, with no Kaiku on the board, there's a lot of different ways, depending on what the hand is for -1. There are quite a few ways for him to establish Aquarian, which would just banish the entire board. But he's just going to go straight into the battle phase here and take care of the Magician of Dark Illusion.
Oh,
He did have the expanded.
I said it.
But this Amatrix will float into likely the Sulfafnir, could be the Citri as well. It is going to be the Citri. Now that's perhaps wisely read from -1. If he went for Aquarian with 3 Dark Magicians on the board due to the name of the Magician of Dark Illusion, the monsters would have been unaffected. This time around, using that Crystron Amatrix to make a level 7, here is the Samurai Destroyer. Is Drizzles one of those 2 expanded type of Bajio's? This is an intense game, man.
Yeah. This is a close game.
Bun says that Snizzles gets all his builds from Max K, so there's definitely 2 expandeds.
Max doesn't run Illusion. I like that these memes are still going on.
Memes never die in the Duel Links community. Just ask Decade how often he's pegged.
True. Or 2 curtain. Yeah. More chance to draw it. It's a 5-hit move.
Cosmic Cyclone on the attack with the Samurai Destroyer. Banishing a Magician Navigation while the board is full. A Crystron Impact also coming out, so he cannot negate the impact with the Navigation in the grave. This will allow him to clear the board, rid them of Dark Magicians. And now Amatrix won't float this time around, as it is not a Synchro Summoned Amatrix, but still does the job of clearing that Dark Magician. Very nice play from -1.
Oh!
He ripped the curtain! Oh, Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer.
Third DM in hand. Yeah, probably.
Gotta be, right? Otherwise you would have just scooped, I think. Discards a Crystron Impact from the hand. Bring back the Sulfethmir.
Mine is definitely expanded right now.
You're only human. A game like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, look at those rings.
Woo! Here comes that Magician Navigation once again. Dark
What's the
Magician
other
to the board.
spellcaster?
Well, there's no more Dark Spellcasters in the deck aside from Magician's Rod, so he's forced to bring out his Rod. And Samurai Destroyer does float here. Oh, he opts to use the Rod on the Rod. This actually could be bad for Drizzles. This... I don't know.
He removed one body from the board.
Brings back the Amatrix. This is the last Dark Magician. This thing goes down, and that's it.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Now he still has access to Powered in Zektron. If there was a level 3 in the graveyard for -1 as well, he could have just made a potential Bryanak. Yeah, he has Illusion Magic, but like, how are you going to get the Dark Magician out with no navigations? And them being in the hand isn't going to help the Curtain that he has, which is very likely the set card. Hormigod saying Illusion summons from hand.
Wait, people play 2 illusions? Because she has illusion in the grave, right? Or am I missing something?
Well, we're talking about Illusion Magic, and I think you and Hormigod are talking about Magician of Dark Illusion.
Oh. Oh, okay. So many illusions.
Yeah. Those are illusions, PaugiN, not tricks. Tricks are for hookers.
DT8s.
That's the thing is, Dark Magician does have room for one semi-limited card that isn't Magician of Dark Illusion, so...
Scrap Recycler. Turn 16 on these mats.
I mean, I guess -1 would know if there's no delay right now, then his back row's clogged and -1 doesn't have to do anything right now. He can just relax.
Yeah, he can just wait and deck him out. I think that's the curtain, right?
I think it must be. It's either the curtain or it's a dead treacherous trap hole with 2 navigations in the grave. It can't be activated. Magician's Rod being summoned can't get any searches off. So it seems as though... Oh, and there's the Sea Stealth attack from -1. Yeah, with no... the only other card that could be would be the Illusion Magic. And if Illusion Magic was set, he would have used it in Tribute Summoned. Presumably.
Maybe it's localized tornado, Heinz. No.
That is entirely possible. Plausible? Probably not, but possible indeed. It is the Illusion Magic, so there has been a delay. Of course, he does have to tribute a monster, so he needs to have monsters available to tribute summon.
So he tributes, he banishes 2, right?
He banishes 1. It's a hard once per turn for each effect of the Dark Magical Circle.
Okay.
Banishes the Gen X controller, so he actually leaves the Crystron Sulfethmir around. Cosmic Cyclone comes out for Drizzles.
On the Umi.
Bunza saying Timea's here. That is actually so possible. He is negating.
He has the eye. Nope, he doesn't.
One card left in deck. And, you know what? It really could be the Tretch he just said. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, because he activated navigation for no reason, right? So probably he's trying to get navigations off his graveyard. Or am I missing something? Am I dummy?
There's one more navigation in the graveyard. Maybe he just wants it for... Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't think Drizzles wins this.
Because he negated his stealth attack last round.
Yeah, I think it was
wasn't.
just to clear one out of the...
Yeah.
Clear one out. Still have one for backup if he needed it.
Yeah, I think
And
he...
that's it. Deck out loss for Drizzles, and that takes it to 6-8 on the scoreboard. Unless he's got an Offerings to the Doomed set.
Rip.
So well played from -1. Crystron Stall. And he is now up to 2-0. And he still has his work cut out for him. Still, really respectable score here from Drizzle as well. A 3-2 score, nothing to be ashamed of.
Two decks versus 4 decks. You think -1 can do it?
I think that he has a better chance than most people would. But, you know, he does have his work cut out for him here. I mean, Na and Choo Choo are both absolute clappers. I think ever since Victor Lee retired from Anytimes, Choo Choo has been the Anytime GOAT. And Na, of course, is always a hard matchup for anybody. -1 still has one deck in the back as well. I wonder what he would have paired
Hero.
with Crystron's. You think Heroes?
I hope so.
The chat is wilding out right now. Who do you suspect is going to come in next? Do you think we're going to see Na or Choo Choo?
I think we're gonna see Choo Choo.
Alright, you were right last time when you said Jason was going to come in with -1 in the back.
Yep.
And it's going to be Na coming in.
I'm not right now.
Choo Choo is the caboose in this one.
Max K is so big brain, he knows what card's coming up with a circle.
It's true.
True.
Speaking of which, I think this might be another Dark Magician here.
Yeah. Can -1 win against a helmet one more time?
Dark Magical Circle.
Well, you know what's fun? Like when I was playing Casey Cup with one circle, because
Yes.
I only got one, I actually drew it every time almost.
Oh, it's an APK for sure. It's the Amazoness Princess of Dark Magician. Ooh, circle and rod combination. Nah, how do you do it? Who taught this man how to draw cards? He's been practicing in the back with Max K for sure.
Combo tech. Indeed. And before No Illusion and not Dark Magician.
I mean, that's how you do it, Mistletoe. You just go first with rod and circle, and then you just carry on from there. I come in for 1 minute while waiting for my tournament match, and Heinz is talking about me. I'm saying nobody draws in Dark Magician better than you, and if they've drawn well with Dark Magician, they must have trained with the Great One. That's what I'm saying, Max. Also, how are you today, my friend?
Getting a lot of Mako theme song though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, with the -1 being as the top player, we're getting a lot of that. Can you play along with this on guitar?
Can I what?
Can you play along with this on the guitar?
No. I stopped learning guitar, dude.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Like before I left for US, I
didn't know you were a quitter.
No, I have to get it serviced because it's a Floyd one, so it has to the Floyd Rose is kind of messed up.
Is there anything else you were looking to get serviced while you were in the US?
I got a lot of things serviced while I was in the US. Hey. Hey.
This man just rips another circle. He's like, oh, cool. Nice cyclone, nerd.
Yeah, that's what I asked earlier, Godfather. I guess you have, as you said, 9 cards that you can start with, right? Out of 30, so I guess you can have a good opening every time. But still.
What I don't understand is how 30-card Crystons always seems to have Cosmic Cyclone early. Capella Bust says, what does APK mean? An APK is a type of file for, I think it's Android devices. And people modify the file to cheat in some situations. So the joke is that you have the APK to modify your deck to draw correctly. The Samurai Destroyer actually debuffed by the Umi here. Smaller than the Dark Magicians.
You can float, right? After Magician Circle?
Yeah, it floats if it's removed from the field by an opponent's card effect. I almost wonder if Na would even bother using it. He might actually click no on this effect. And he does indeed.
Yeah.
And now he uses the Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, just to remove any resources from his opponent's graveyard as well. Even though he can't banish to search, just in case there was some way of removing that Kaiku, he wants to make sure it gets the most out of its effect.
The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Ultimate Weasel.
Wizard. A weasel.
Bun's just asking for the Black Rose Dragon. A lot of people don't play Black Rose in the Sea Stealth Attack build.
What rose?
African American Rose Dragon. I'm sorry.
Okay, what?
Sorry, it wasn't very politically correct of me.
Maybe you're a Minneapolis officer, sir? What level is Black Rose? 7?
It is a level 7 indeed.
Yeah.
Generic. Man, I knew you didn't lose your touch. I knew it.
Oh.
So it looks like we're going to see an Amatrix here. Ooh, Illusion Magic coming out for our friend Na. Contributing off the Magician's Rod here. He has the Magician of Dark Illusion in the hand, and he will be able to get a nice thick banish here. Very nice play from Na. Beautiful positioning. And he'll be banishing the Citri. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's a wrap right there.
Yeah, that it is.
And -1, I would say correctly scooping it up there. That was a nice play from Na. He respected. And we're going to move on into the next game. Let's see what -1's last deck is. Match point for Defusion. What do you suspect that the last deck is going to be for -1?
I said I hope Heroes, but now if I want -1 to win at least one more match, I don't think I hope for Heroes. Right? But you said it's a good matchup against Dark Magician.
It is, yeah. Mind you, he does still have 4 decks to defeat, so...
True, yeah. And Heroes can easily defeat those, like, without decay potential.
Yeah, I mean, they actually have a pretty solid matchup around the board. With the ability to pop back row, and they have... the monster effect negation, just that blanket negation from the plasma. You know, it's a good deck to have. And here we go. Let's get it. Let's see if PaugiN was right about negative heroes.
Oh.
Yami Merrick.
This...
Are we about to see Cancer?
Or is like... Oh, Shadow Game. What the...
This man brought Yo frickin' Senju?
Yo Senjus.
What? Interesting.
I remember tuning into Meta Weekly this week, and the only match I saw was I think Shiny Sophion playing this deck with Shadow Game.
Yeah, she did very well actually.
Yeah, that's I just watched one match and it was like stall Shadow Game damage. I was like, okay, I'm out.
It's actually a pretty good counter to Crystron's in its own right. They don't really particularly like being bounced a lot.
He's thinking what to get.
He's gonna go for the circle. Perhaps a gamble if he was thinking that hard.
Yeah, maybe he has the navigation and he was thinking to get a Dark Magician. Oh, can you get a Dark Magician? No.
Yep, you can get
Oh,
Dark Magician or a Stellar Trap that specifically lists it.
Yeah. So he was thinking between the two, I guess.
And he rips the nav. Let's
Is
see
that
if he
the
actually
thing you
needed
wanted
it.
though? Yeah.
And did he need the Dark Magician or did he need the navigation?
Yeah, when you see Dark Magician like taking that much time to play the turn, you think they bricked. You're pretty sure they bricked. Like not bricked, like half bricked, I guess.
Yeah, I mean he had the rods, so it's like, did he, like, in what way was he gambling if he was?
I guess he needed both navigation and Dark Magician. He He picked circle thinking he can get a... I don't know. Or maybe he greeded to get a circle and he only needed like one card, the combo.
Well, I mean, I guess
Oh,
if you're
man.
going to greed against any particular deck, it's not a terrible spot to be in to greed against Yosenju, as they're not likely to OTK you, but the slow burn can be real. And there's the illusion magic, so he actually does have the full combo.
Yeah. Just 2 back row?
Yeah, one of them will die to the navigation, and the other one will be negated by the navigation, and I think this war's over.
Do they have anything in their hand, like hand traps? I don't know.
Well, yeah, you could have Kiteroid, or you could have Yosenju Oyam, and Oyam is going to be the real difference maker if he has it.
Is Kairoid limited?
It is semi-limited, yes.
Thank God.
Yeah, things. Ugh.
When I played against it, it was like 3. You can play 3, and the guy had like 3 of them back to back, and I was like, dude, can you let me attack, please? Please. Such an unplayable hand.
The chat might call you out on that, by the way. Defense draw actually can't be negated by Magician Navigation, so he probably hit the right card. Kiteroid was semi-limited before it was released at 3.
Or was it?
Yeah. But if you were playing against...
I remember him having 3.
Or if you were playing against...
2. Maybe it was 2 and it felt like 3.
Well, I mean, it can be used from the graveyard, so you can use it 4 times.
It's 4 times, yeah.
But if you're playing as Metaphys or Thunder Dragons that had it, you can actually use it for... you can use a Lupine to loop it.
True.
So it's not entirely impossible to use it more times.
This is over. I mean, almost.
See if it's another defense draw here. He just takes it. There was definitely something, but he's down to 300 life points. Basically for -1 at this point, if anything hits the graveyard, he's at serious risk of dying to his own Shadow Game. Cosmic Cyclone from Na. Is it the Sting? Is he gonna sting him? Oh, it's the Sting.
Oh no. What is that? Oh.
This is 6-style dual wield for Yosenjus, basically.
Yeah. I read it.
Only returns face-up cards. He shows him the comma 2. He shows him the comma 3. He's trying to bounce the circle and the Magician of Dark Illusion. Of course, the navigation can negate it. And on top of that, the Magician of Dark Illusion, when these spells and traps resolve, will special summon a Dark Magician threatening lethal. So unless the last card in hand for -1 is Oyam or Kiteroid, this duel's over. It's Oyam!
It was Oyam. Oyam.
That's what PaugiN says in bed.
Oh no. Oh no. But he dies in 3 turns. You never know. You had to type it in the chat.
Yeah, I gotta make sure it translates. Oh yeah, I'm gonna crash in with a Dark Magician.
Shirts.
Grabs another
Another
Senju. Oh yeah.
Gets hit by 200. Oh no.
One turn remains. 100 life points.
Dying Keto off the deck.
Oh yeah, I'm activating once again. Yeah, somebody get this man a Supremacy Berry.
Supremacy Berry.
And that's the scoop. -1, unable to pull it out with Yosenju. And Na gonna take the 2-0 victory using Dark Magician to win the game for Defusion. I think the most important thing is thank you for joining me once again, PaugiN. It's been too long.
No problem. Anytime. Whenever I have time.
Yeah, anytime. Conditionally.
Conditionally, of course.
Alright, well, GG's to both teams, Tier 0 and Defusion. Man, Tier 0 not having the best of luck this season. They are now 2-3. See if they can bounce back going forward. I don't know what the cutoff point for playoffs is. I'm going to have to do some research on that since I'm a scuffed caster.
How much was that? 10...
10-6.
10-6.
Yeah, Yano just did so well. Zarek says 7-3 is safe, so a lot of teams right now unable to lose any more matches. So it's a tight season, man.
It's funny that even though Diffusion like tried two new decks, they still won.
Yeah, that's true. They started 0-2 and then managed to just kind of pull it through. All right, so Radlip says, let me know when you want to host. All right, well, I'll say my last goodbyes right now, and I'll let PaugiN finish things up. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to hit exclamation mark Discord if you guys want to check out the Duel Links Team Wars Discord, exclamation mark Caster if you want to find your way over to my channel, which you absolutely should do because, I mean, hello. And PaugiN, I'll let you do the final sign-offs.
Thanks for having me again after such a long time, and I'll be happy to cast again, even though I'm clueless about some things. But yeah,
I think you did a great job. Honestly, your game knowledge hasn't taken a back step whatsoever. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah. Except the bike changes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Why ride a bike when we can ride each other? That's going to be the stream. Peace out, ladies and